This is my director's kiosk, and it's about Tim Burton. Tim Burton was born and raised in Burbank, California, and he was born on August 25th, 1958, so he's currently 63 years old. He's had a long-term relationship with actress Helen Bonham Carter, and an interesting fact about him is despite having a phobia of chimpanzees, Tim Burton directed the movie Planet of the Apes. He attended the California Institute of Arts and studied character animation. Tim Burton's first notable film was Pee-wee's Big Adventure. It is a 1985 adventure comedy film. It starred actor Paul Reubens as Pee-wee Herman. The movie tells the story of Pee-wee's nationwide search for his stolen bicycle and has an 87% Rotten Tomatoes critic score. Everything about Pee-wee's Big Adventure, from its toy box colors to its superb, hyper-animated Danny Elfman score to the butch waxed hairdo and wooden puppet walk of its stars and mastermind, is pure pleasure. His second notable film was Beetlejuice, and it's a 1988 fantasy comedy film. The movie plot evolves around a deceased couple who haunt their former home and an obnoxious poltergeist named Beetlejuice. It has an 85% overall Rotten Tomatoes, and one of the reviews say the perfect balance of bizarreness, comedy, and horror. Another one of Tim Burton's notable films is Edward Scissorhands. It's a 1990 fantasy romance film produced and directed by Tim Burton. The movie stars Johnny Depp and Winona Ryder. It has a 90% Rotten Tomatoes rating. Burton's richly entertaining update of the Frankenstein story is the year's most comic, romantic, and haunting film fantasy. His fourth notable film was The Nightmare Before Christmas, and it's a 1993 stop-motion animated musical fantasy film. The story is about Jack Skellington, who becomes obsessed with the Christmas holiday. It has a 95% Rotten Tomatoes critic score, and it's filled with imagination that carries us into a new world. Corpse Bride is a 2005 stop-motion animated fantasy film starring Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter. The stop-motion tells the story of a dead bride named Emily wishing for the husband she never had. It has an 84% Rotten Tomatoes critic score, and this macabre musical about a young bridegroom who mistakenly weds a girl from beyond the grave is endearingly schizoid Frankenstein of a movie, by turns relentlessly high-spirited and darkly poignant, and that is by Justin Chang. Tim Burton has won and received the Golden Lion for Lifetime Achievement, Daytime Emmy Award for Outstanding Children's Animated Program, the Hugo Award for Best Dramatic Presentation, and the Empire Legends Award. Jackie Earl Haley says, when you're talking about Tim Burton, you're talking about a guy who has such a visual sense, an aesthetic, a storytelling style. It's like he's got his own genre. Winona Ryder says, I was very lucky because Tim Burton really gave me a career. I don't think Hollywood would have known what to do with me. If I hadn't done Beetlejuice, I think I would have just gone back to my school. Tim Burton had a 13-year relationship with famous actress Helen Bonham Carter. She's played important roles in many of his movies. They have 2 children, and both of his children are baptized by Johnny Depp, who is also a very good friend of his and has also worked on many movies with Tim Burton. The scene in The Nightmare Before Christmas shows the rising action and makes way for the plot of the movie. This scene is so important because it is the main point of interest, and it was needed in order to know and understand what happens next in the movie.